Yo, what's up guys, JQ with Tech Creation. Now there's no secret that there's an abundance of Bluetooth speakers out of the market, and it could be a little difficult for manufacturers to stand out. But I haven't come across any quite as unique as this one, in terms of design and function. This is the SoundJump manufactured by MAQE. Now MAQE was kind enough to send me a pre-production unit to check out with just a few measurements needing to be tweaked before its initial release. But this is basically the final product. Let's see what sets this guy apart from the crowd. I'm a huge fan of innovation and design when it comes to tech. Now I'm not an unboxing guy, but the packaging was relatively neat and something you'd expect from a high quality product. It comes with documentation, a nylon braided micro USB charging cable, the power brick, and lastly, the SoundJump Bluetooth 4.0 speaker itself. This speaker has insane build quality with machined aluminum around the body and drilled holes for the speaker. The inside contains dual custom front-facing 45mm full-range drivers as well as two passive radiators on both the front and back for a balanced audio response regardless of your listening preference. Meaning it's able to reproduce the full range of audible frequencies from deep bass to high trebles without exceeding the speaker's physical limitations. Basically, in plain English, it just means it's going to put out great sound, and I'll show you a sound test in just a second. The durable rubber on both the top and bottom feels nice, and it prevents it from sliding on surfaces and overall provides a nice grip when carrying. My only complaint is this material looks like it'll turn black over time given its texture, but it certainly isn't anything that can be maintained with a little bit of soap and warm water. As you might have already noticed, your controls are up top, and looking at it head on, it actually kinda looks like a remote. It sort of reminds me of Nintendo. And one thing I thought that was worth mentioning was the pretty cool cinematic sound effect when powering it on and off. I think that deserves a cool point. Next to it is your Bluetooth pairing button that sits right next to your volume up and down buttons. And this is when things become a little bit unique. You might be wondering what's that button on the far end. Well, this removable cartridge is called the Jump 6. Not only is it what powers the speaker, it's also a standalone 6000 mAh power bank, allowing you to use them separately from one another. You'll notice the 5 LEDs light up on top, indicating the remaining battery, and the Jump 6 happens to also be magnetic, ensuring the 3 prongs make contact inside the speaker when docked to provide it power. Now I found this to be unintentionally useful for using your fridge as a docking station, but that's not what it's designed for. You have a USB port for charging your devices, as well as a micro USB port for charging the Jump 6 itself. And you can also charge it while it's inside the speaker via the micro USB port instead, and this is also what can power the speaker while the power bank is being used elsewhere. Now if you've noticed, there's an additional USB charging port on the speaker with an optional auxiliary port in case you prefer using a wired connection over Bluetooth. Keep in mind, in either case, the speaker must be powered on. I should add that this also has a built-in speakerphone. Now I found the feedback to be clear with no crackling or static of any sort, and users on the other end were able to hear me just fine. I was able to get about 35 feet before it started to break apart and lose signal, which is considerably good and quite expected from Bluetooth 4.0. Bottom line, I felt confident holding a conversation with this speaker. Now it's always difficult to let you guys hear how a speaker sounds through video, but I'm using the Rode NTG3 and it picks up pretty good audio. Have a listen. I hope that gave you a good idea, but in person, the bass response and vocals are evenly reproduced, and I found no distortion at high volumes. If anything, you sacrifice a little bit of bass at its highest point. So now let's talk battery. MAQE advertises 20 hours of playback time at around 75% volume. And I wasn't gonna sit around for 20 hours to see if that's true or not. But what I can say, I've listened to the speaker from anywhere between 4 and 9 hours over the course of about 2.5 days before I had to recharge it again, which is for me more than substantial. I'm impressed with the speaker quality from the SoundJump, and I really like the modular approach. On one hand is one device, and on the other, it's 2 devices. Now, why is that important? Well, consider this. Since the battery is actually detached, you won't have to worry about your speaker having to be replaced because the battery went bad. You just simply get a new battery. Now, full pricing is currently unavailable since this is a pre-production unit after all, but this guy will retail for 30 bucks. And as for this, if I had to take a wild guess, given the build and performance, I would say anywhere between $100 to $200 would be reasonably priced. I contacted MAQE and they're looking to launch sometime around the second week of December, so be sure to check back on this video around that time, as I'll leave all the updated details down below in the description. So, are you guys digging this or not? Feel free to drop a comment down below, as I'm eager to hear what you guys think. As always, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to show some love to that like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for some awesome tech videos every week. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.